All right, over here in Woodland Pond, first thing we need to do is take up all these step boards and risers on this set of steps and replace them. All right, this is probably about 10 foot wide. All right, and he doesn't like the weird gaps and stuff, so I think for the risers we need to use something else so they don't shrink and then you end up with a gap. So I would say for the risers we use some sort of PVC. Of course, for the top boards, first what we're going to do is price it for treated lumber, and then later we will, if he wants to go higher, we'll then change it up and price it for composite. So this whole area here too, these boards are actually not too bad off, but we're going to be building a deck over there, which I'm going to give you the details on later. It's going to tie right into this one, tie in right next to it. So we want to replace all of these so it's just all looks nice and fresh all the way across. This area here measures 20 by 16 to this wall, but it goes back about 4 more feet right there, and on the other side over there just a little bit. So I'm just saying 20 by 18 to make up for that extra over there. So roughly 20 by 18. We'll pull up all these boards and rework those. Now, that's the easy part. We're going to build the deck over on this other side, and it's got a lot of dimensions. It's going to go around this. Okay, that is sitting on concrete that was poured down underneath of it. But before we do that, the deck on that side is just like maybe an inch or a half an inch above the pool, but on this side it's dropping. So we need to get down to that 4x4 underneath of there, and we need to raise up this corner somehow. So this corner of the deck needs to come up, and there ain't a whole lot to see in there. I can't really see much about what's going on, but one way or the other this corner needs to come up. It looks like probably an inch or so, so that everything can come straight across perfectly level. And so that's obstacle number one. Other than that, basically what we're going to do is make that deck continue. If you see that post over there where the gate was, about 6 inches farther than that, there's a support post going into the ground. So from that 6 inches over, coming across all the way over here to 6 feet past the pool would be the back of the deck. From over there coming this way towards me to the edge of the pool will be about 3.5 to 4 feet. All right, so it's 23 feet across, all the way across going that way, and on that side of the pool is 3.5. So it's like 3.5, 4 feet by 23 feet. Then we're going to have this little section in here that has to have decking in there as well, and you got to go around that big post because that post is for the actual sunroom area. So we got to go around that. And down in here there's concrete down in there. You can't really see it on this side, but on the other side you can. So this pool is sitting on concrete. So where you put your post, how far down you go, and that kind of stuff is probably going to be tricky because you got concrete down there in the way. Maybe you can set them on top of the concrete, I'm not really sure, or you're gonna have to find the side of the concrete and then dig down the 18 inches or something. So we'll have to figure that out. So anyway, this right here is about 2.5 feet wide. We want the top decking of the pool, the top decking of the deck to come right on to the top of the pool, where it stops right at the edge of the actual top. So what I mean is all the decking around here is going to come right up to here, so that you literally walk right off of here, boom, right into the pool. You're not going to be able to see any of this. The top boards need to go right on top of that. From this side here, it's going to be 23 feet going that way, just like the other side, and then it's going to go up, connect on over there. But from right here at the pool, going towards the yard, it's going to come out 6 feet. So from that pool, coming back over here, 6 feet. And then the whole 23-foot length, they want to be one big long staircase where it just steps down into the yard. So if you were on the deck here and you're looking out this way, you're not going to see any railings. It's going to go step, step, step down into the yard all the way across the whole 23 feet. And when you get to the edge and the side going across, going back, we're going to have railings going back that way, and then all the way across back there, and then where the deck ends here, 6 feet, coming back to this corner. Now, they don't want regular 2x2 picket railings. They want railings that are made of like stainless steel wire. So they want the stainless steel wire type railings ran through the support post. Whether we get some special support post or use wood or what, we'll have to figure that out later. And the last obstacle is this. So over here, the deck's going to be over top of all of this. And it's going to come out to this post here and go straight across to the corner of the driveway and then turn and go down there. But he's going to have to get into here to be able to access the pump every now and again. So one way or another, he either wants some sort of trap door or something built in, or something on the side somehow, something to give him room to get into this area right here. So he would be able to move around in there whenever they need to work on the pump. So that's probably, there's a couple obstacles here. That corner of the deck, raising it up so everything will be level coming across. And what was the other thing? Oh, and the fact that there's concrete underneath. You can see now right there, you can see the concrete. So we might be able to just put the post on the concrete on this side, and then, but over there, it's hard to tell where the concrete begins and ends, so it's going to be tricky. Either setting the post down in the dirt or setting it on top of the concrete. So I got all the measurements though. Basically this section here is 23 by 6. And this section right here is 6 by 12 from this corner going all the way across over here. 6 by 12, 6 by 23 this way, and then over there you got another about 4 by 16 going from the corner of the pool there over there, and then that area in between there as well is about rounding up 3 by 10ish in that range. So a lot of different measurements to kind of look at and think about. We're going around this thing. I think really fixing that post over there and making that level, finding out where you're going to be able to put your girders and stuff in that's going to make sense, and how he can get in here is the toughest part. After that, it's pretty much just building a deck like regular, besides a really long staircase, and we have to get the wire and everything to make the railings out of wire. So yeah, all right, so that's it. And you can't see that other side over there, but you can see the space between the pool and the wood beams that he has up. It's pretty much that same space all the way going down. This side it's real skinny, but on that side over there it's that same about 3 feet out of empty space going all the way down where it's just concrete. So that's basically what we're looking at, and what we want to do first is just kind of at least come up, I guess, with the lumber price and rough estimate on the lumber price, which I explained to him was really, really expensive right now, and on the labor. And then we can figure out exactly what kind of wire railings and stuff he wants to get later. And so we'll just say materials for the wood, and labor, and then we will figure out whatever else is going to go on. Also, these railings right here, that 2 set of railings is going to come down because it won't be needed. The deck's just going to go seamlessly across through that space. And then the piece over there in the corner, we're going to have to cut off probably about 2 or 3 pickets back and then put a new corner post on there. And that's where the new railings will start coming across here, coming out here, and extending 6 feet into the yard. And the staircase all the way across, and then over there, the same thing. The railings will go back 6 feet to that corner right there. And that's where we would stop. He said he may or may not do the same railings on the whole rest of the job later or not, but that's where we would stop. That's what we want to price. So anyway, I will work up the exact how much square footage it is for the deck, including the staircase. I'm assuming the staircase is not very high off the ground, so I'm assuming 4 or 5 steps, so probably about another 6 feet out, 5-6 feet out, something like that. And we'll see what we come up with. But yeah, this corner, fixing that is going to be probably the biggest issue. And then some sort of hatch to get into the pump. All right.